And what is good, WWE 2K17 fans? It's your boy DC, and I'm back on them sticks, man. I appreciate y'all for rocking with your boy, man. Seriously, I know y'all could have been anywhere else in the world, but y'all rocking with your boy, man. Oh, we in Virginia Beach, Virginia. Yeah. But anyway, man. Like I said, I think I'm gonna switch it up a little bit, man. Like for this episode, I'm saying we gonna talk a little bit. I'm gonna let y'all into my world, man. You know what I'm saying? Let y'all know a little bit about your boy. You know what I'm saying? And what better way, you know what I'm saying, to just give y'all a piece of me than to tell y'all about my very first wrestling game that I actually just, fell in love with. That I consider is just like one of the greatest of all times. And a lot of you are familiar with it. You know what I'm saying? Some of y'all gonna feel the same way, some of y'all not, but you know what I'm saying? We gonna see. And I'm gonna give y'all some story, man. So I guess what I'm trying to say is welcome to the very first episode of Tales from the Dark Side. Yeah, man. Anyway, so, you know what I'm saying, first and foremost, I gotta say, man, one of my favorite wrestling games of all time is gonna be WWF No Mercy. Yeah, I'm one of those guys. I'm one of those who feel like, that game was ahead of its time. Now, I'm not saying, I wouldn't say, it's better than, WWE 2K17. Well, I probably shouldn't use this game because it's kind of glitchy. But anyway, I'm saying, because technology advances, I'm saying this game is a much, I guess, better representation of the product that, the WWE is today. But still, just with that being said, like, No Mercy, man, has really, just stood that test of time. Because even still, like, I can still rock out with that game, man. It's just like, we can play it and still have just as much fun. Now, like I said, I do prefer the more simulation style game, that the WWE 2K series is becoming. But like I said, man, nothing is probably going to top those No Mercy days, back in the day when we used to run it. So that's always probably, I think, going to be my, I'll say one of my favorite games. Because there was a lot of good wrestling games, after that as well. Because like I say, some would argue that the SmackDown, Shut Your Mouth and Here Comes the Pain, which is, like I said, another one of my favorites. That some people say that those are, I guess the pinnacle of wrestling games or whatever. Hell, you even got some people that think Fire Pro Wrestling is, the top. So anyway, with that being said, man, let's go ahead and jump into this story time, man. I'm going to take y'all back to the No Mercy days, man, when me and my friends used to run that joint like crazy. Man, I can't even put in words like the amount of hours that we spent on that game. Like, if you're a wrestling games fan, I'm pretty sure you probably did the same thing. Not trying to say like we're no different than anybody else. But it's just saying, it was a lot of freaking time, man, we put in on that game. And like, I just remember, man, like trying to beat like one of my friends. Like he was just like, he was just like, man, phenomenal at the game, dude. It's like none of us could ever beat him. Now we got 4 people on the sticks, man. Like we all, playing the game. But it got to the point, it got so bad, man, that like we would end up having to try to jump this nigga, man, just so we could have a decent match. And the bad thing was he was still like a lot of times wash all 3 of us, man. This is not an exaggeration, man. We trying to jump the dude. He was still like wash us, man. It's like crazy. I remember he used to play with Scott Steiner. And it's like, damn, that damn screwdriver, whatever power drive, whatever it was, man. But I mean, dude, man, it was like, it was making niggas sleepy, man. I mean, it's like we couldn't touch with it, man. It's like I used to play with Kevin Nash. That's who I would play with. And it's like every once in a while, like I would, get him to tap out. Like I would like use the little choke out move or whatever. And that's like, I mean, but it was like so few and far between, man. I mean, like I said, man, this dude, he would like kill all of us. I had one of my friends who was just like, he would play with Benoit. And it's like they had like a little heated rivalry going, man. It's like, but it's like my boy, he could never touch, the Scott Steiner, man. Scott Steiner game was just on point, man. So like I said, he would end up just like watching us like every time. Like I said, it got to the point, man. Like I said, we had to end up trying to jump this dude, man. And he was still just like I said, if he didn't take all three of us down, man, it's like the last person, man, would be on their last leg before they got him. And it's like, I mean, I'm talking about barely scraping out a victory, man. This nigga made us hold so many L's, man. It was just hilarious. And it's like, and it's fun how it continued, because even like after No Mercy, like when we progressed into the, I guess the SmackDown series, we went to that. You know what I'm saying? He would still be watching us, man. It's just like he picked Taker on there. And it's like, man, dude, it's like, I don't know. It's like, I didn't even know, like, you could do some of the stuff that he was pulling off, man. It was just like crazy. Like, I remember one time we actually tried to jump him. And, like, we tried to do a double team move on it. And somehow he reversed it, man. And, like, hit us with, like, a double choke slam, man. It's like, we went crazy. I mean, everybody's like, oh. You know what I'm saying? It's like, man, dude, that was so crazy, man. There was a couple of other like just awesome spots, like, cause I think I played with this, like, man, they let you go like all in the back room and stuff, and like we would go in the boiler room, and for like I said, the people who played these games, you know what I'm talking about, like, it was like a little pit area, whatever you want to call it. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it was like some ladders on the side that you can like climb up. And it's like, I never forget, man, we had one of our other friends over there, he was coming up the ladder. I had Rhino, and I was just waiting on him, man, because I like had a finisher or whatever. I was waiting on him. I kid you, man, as soon as he stepped up off that ladder, man, I gored the hell out of him, man. He went flying back down into the pit. Everybody was like, oh! It was just like, man, those moments, man, just like, they were just amazing, dude. I mean, oh no, man. It's like I've just had an affinity for wrestling games, like, ever since those. Like I said, I rocked out with a lot of other ones, man. I mean, like I said, I started off playing wrestling games, pro wrestling, but it's just like, man, those two games, like the Here Comes the Pain and the No Mercy, man, it's just like, dude. They were like just that upper echelon, man, because we stay rocking. I'm talking about, man, we would like every weekend, dude, we would like just go, you know what I'm saying, at my friend's house and just like, man, play that joint all night till my, man, sun up to sundown, and we just kept rocking with it, man. I mean, that's how much fun it was. I mean, it's like no knock against the games, nowadays, but man, and it's like, what I'm saying, I'm not a big online person anyway. I mean, because, I don't really like this game online. It's too many cheaters and people spamming and all that kind of stuff like that. So, I mean, it's just fun to, just get like a, you know what I'm saying? Just have the old school match, man. The old school couch co-op. Where you and your guys just all in the same room. Y'all talking smack. All kinds of. I mean, that's my co-op. You know what I mean? Online. Now, you know what I'm saying? Not knocking anybody that plays online or anything, but that's just not really my thing. But again, man, like I was saying, No Mercy is just one of those games, dude. I could still like, just plug up the 64, man, and just rock out on that joint, man. I mean, it was just that fun for me. I mean, and truth be told, man, like I said, it's a lot of things that are in, you know, the No Mercy that are still like, you know, I'm wondering why, you know, they haven't been kind of brought to the 2K series, man. It's crazy. I mean, because like the amount of customization in that game was like crazy. I mean, it's still like is, you know, ahead of the 2K thing. That's crazy to me. I mean, a 20-year-old game, probably longer than that, probably. I don't know, but anyway, I mean, just saying it still has features that, you know, I wish were in the 2K series.
This kind of offense he's known for. Yeah, you're right about
But, man, I don't know. So that, like I said, man, that's my. I'd have to put that as my favorite wrestling game, my personal favorite. So, you know what I'm saying? That's story time from your boy DC, man. I hope y'all enjoyed that. But seriously, and like I said, I plan to share a couple of more, man, because like, I don't know, I mean, it's a gaming channel, man. Like I said, I mean, I got a lot of gaming stories, you know what I'm saying? I mean, so, you know what I'm saying? I mean, it's only fair that I share those with y'all, man. But like I said, yeah, I just had to tell y'all about that one, man. Cause like I said, dude, man. And like I said, that's the funny thing. I don't even think he plays like, you know, the wrestling games anymore. I don't think he's just all that into them anymore. But man, like I said, when the crew was together, man, man, he used to beast us, man. Ooh, Rusev, not cool, bro. Man, Rusev got washed today. I ain't trying to know. Spoiler alert, I guess. I mean, for those that didn't see the Fastlane pay-per-view, man, yeah. I ain't gonna say no more on it. I mean, but yeah, dang, man. Rusev fell so far, man. That's crazy. Because, you know, it was like, you know, I remember once upon a time, man, he was like stretching like, you know, Big Show and Mark Henry, all them out, man. Now it's like, dang, he can't win a match. He fell all the way off, man. He down there with Jinder Mahal, man. That's crazy. I don't know. It's just, man, I wouldn't be surprised if he was the next one to leave. So I don't know, man. That was crazy. I don't know. Those who saw the pay-per-view, you know, what y'all think about it, man? I mean, I don't know. I'm not a. Although, like I said, man, I've been watching wrestling for damn near 3 decades, man. But I'm not a what you would call, I guess, what they call them, a smart or whatever. Those guys. I mean, I hate those fucking people. I'm sorry. Truth be told, I mean, I'm just like, man. I mean, those. I guess they want to be. I don't know, WWE creative or whatever. I don't know, man, but. I mean, that just never been my thing, dude. I mean, I've always enjoyed wrestling for what it was. You know what I mean? Just, you know what I'm saying, some entertainment. I mean, I don't know. We got this whole you deserve it, I guess, crowd or whatever who want to, you know, I guess, boo and hate on anybody that's not an indie darling. You know what I mean? Like, you know, they treat, I guess, indie wrestlers, I mean, and nothing against them, I mean, because like I said, I think all of the guys that come from there are phenomenal, you know what I'm saying? I mean, they are amazing, I guess. You know, it's like indie is like, you know, I guess college for wrestling or something. But it's like, I mean, the fans, like, a lot of the internet fans, I mean, I guess they treat that as like, you know, if you're not an indie wrestler, you don't deserve any of your opportunities, man. That's retarded. I mean, I don't understand that whole concept. I mean, because it's like, you know what I mean? Yeah, I mean, and like I said, I can appreciate the work that, you know what I'm saying, guys have done overseas and stuff like that. Like, I mean, I've always liked AJ Styles and Samoa Joe and, you know, guys like that. I mean, anybody who's like, you know, I just like wrestling in general. Like I said, I'll watch anything. I'll watch fucking midget wrestling. I don't give a damn. I mean, it's just, I just like wrestling. I mean, so, I mean, but I guess the notion is now, I guess with the new era, you know what I mean, like say if you didn't come from a, if you weren't an indie wrestler or something, you know, you don't deserve anything, or, you know, you feel like everything is handed to you. I mean, I don't know. I mean, it's just, like I say, it's weird to me. I don't really get that. And I mean, and you know, I guess the whole face heel dynamic is kind of over with now. I mean, due to the whole, you know, I guess how the internet fans react to a lot of stuff, you know. Hey, you know, I mean, if you don't come from the indie circuit, you know, you getting booed, you know, or they feel like, you know, you're shoving them down their throat, you're shoving them. Like, look, I mean, I don't know, and that's my thing, man. I'm like, dude, you know, just don't watch the shit. I mean, if it's that bad to you, I mean, if the show is that bad, if you hate seeing guys like Cena or Reigns or whatever, you know, getting matches or whatever the case may be, I mean, then I would say, man, hey, just turn it off, dude. I mean, unsubscribe to the WWE Network. I mean, because why keep supporting something that, you know what I'm saying? I mean, I guess that you're not enjoying the product. I mean, why give them that business? That's just like somebody going to McDonald's, you know, and eating the nuggets, be like, oh, I fucking hate McDonald's. I'm like, they don't give it. I mean, you still giving them your business, so what does it matter? I'm like, serious. I mean, that's the best way to, if you want change or whatever, especially like in, I guess, a TV show or something that needs ratings, you know, and stuff like that. I mean, just turn it off, man. I mean, like I said, I don't have a problem. Like I said, I mean, because I never had a problem with wrestling. I mean, like, one of my favorite wrestlers was Mr. Perfect, and everybody knows he never got like a title. I mean, a world title shot. You know what I mean? Well, he was never champion, I ain't gonna say, but I mean, so, you know what I'm saying? I mean, Taker, I mean, due to injuries and stuff like that, I understand, but I mean, he wasn't champion. I mean, John Cena's like 16-time champion. That's tied with Flair. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Taker, if anybody I feel like deserves it, should have been him. I mean, to have the most title reigns or whatever, but like I said, I mean, I'm not mad. I don't think that'll hurt his legacy. I mean, same as Mr. Perfect. I mean, he's still a Hall of Famer, regardless of how many times he's held the title or whatever. So, I don't know, man. It's just like that whole notion that, you know, only guys, you know, indie wrestlers or whatever need to hold the WWE title and all. I'm like, come on, man. That's crazy. I mean, just 'cause, I don't know. It's funny how people, I don't know, have that mentality. I guess they set a glass ceiling for you, and if you happen to break through it, then all of a sudden they hate you. I don't know. That's crazy to me. I never understood that whole concept. I mean, sure. I mean, like I said, I mean, you take a guy like Reigns or whatever. I'm like, hell, I mean, yeah, he's not the best on the mic or whatever, or, you know what I'm saying? Maybe it could be the whole PG era thing. Maybe he's just, you know, I don't know. Whatever the case may be. I'm not making excuses for the guy. I mean, I'm just saying, I mean, but everybody's not great on the mic. Brock Lesnar's not a great mic guy at all. I mean, probably a couple other guys that are not very good on the mic. Dolph Ziggler's not very good on the mic, but I mean, he's a phenomenal wrestler. I mean, phenomenal in-ring worker and all that stuff like that. So, I don't know, man. I mean, whatever, I guess. But I'm gonna end the rant or whatever. I mean, it just doesn't make sense to me. I mean, like I said, that's why I never really identified with the whole, I'm a smart or, you know, this, that, and the other. I know everything. And, you know what I'm saying? I mean, anybody who doesn't agree with me sucks. You know, get the fuck out of here with that, man. But anyway, you see Rusev about to get this work. Yeah. I shouldn't have done that to Rusev, man, especially not the night he had. Not cool, man. I just thought about that. Oh, well. I broke out now. Ain't gonna waste it. But anyway, man, like I said, I hope you guys enjoyed a little change in format, you know, a little story time. And like I say, my rant or whatever. Like I said, do me a favor, man. If you like it, you know, I mean, go ahead, hit the thumbs up, thumbs down, doesn't matter. Subscribe if you haven't already. You know what I'm saying? Just like I say, rock out with your boy, man. Like I said, it's gonna be, should be fun. Like I said, I plan to do some more story times, man. Like I said, I mean, I'm a gamer, so I got a lot of stories. But anyway, that's going to do it, man. Appreciate y'all for watching, and I'll holler at y'all later.